our survivors have made it through the day, but the real challenge begins now. As the sun begins to set, temperatures drop, winds pick up, and the wild comes alive. Without shelter, they'll be exposed to the elements and to whatever else lurks in the night. Let's see how they'll create a safe place to rest. The sun is about to go down, which means this desert is about to get cold. That's right, deserts aren't hot all day and all night. After the sun sets, they can get very, very cold. Whether you're in the desert, the forest, or the mountains, choosing the right place to set up camp can be the difference between a good night's sleep and a total disaster. Here's what I look for when I'm picking a safe and smart campsite. First, the ground has to be flat and dry. No slopes, no dips. If it rains, you don't want water flowing straight into your shelter, or worse, soaking your sleeping bag. Press your boot into the ground. If it feels soft and squishy, keep moving. You might be tempted to camp right next to water, but don't. You should always set up camp at least 200 feet away from any water source. That helps protect the water from pollution and keeps you safe from flooding. Even out here, I'm checking what's above me. You never want to camp under dead trees or broken branches. These trees can fall without any warning. It's definitely not worth the risk. Always make sure the trees around your camp are alive and well. We aren't on or near any hiking trails right now, but we definitely wouldn't want to camp on one. It's not polite or practical. Stick to tucked away spots that aren't blocking anything or anyone, and avoid places that might already belong to wildlife like caves or animal paths. You don't want unexpected roommates. I always pick a spot that gives me some protection from the wind. Things like trees, hills, or big rocks can act like walls to block the wind and keep me warmer and more comfortable. Last, camp on durable, low-impact surfaces, such as gravel, packed dirt, or sand. Low impact means I'm not damaging the land or leaving a mark behind. I avoid stepping on fragile plants or moss that can take hundreds of years to grow back. If a spot looks untouched and wild, keep it that way. Keep these things in mind and use this checklist anytime you go hiking, backpacking, or if you ever end up in a survival situation. Do you think this spot in the rocks checks all the boxes? Pause here and use the list in your survival guide to check it out. Yes, this spot checks all the boxes. My tent is shielded from the wind, on higher ground that won't flood, and away from any hiking trails or animal paths. Plus, rocks absorb heat during the day, so they stay warmer after sunset. Sleeping near the rocks will help me hold on to some of that warmth, which will make a huge difference. Out here, time and energy matter. Caroline's already putting her plan into action. As you continue watching, keep Caroline's checklist in mind. Which survivors are making smart, safe choices, and which ones might need a survival redo? Pay attention, and you might spot a mistake before they do.
Okay, I need a spot that's not too windy, not too icy, and not just snow. What if I use the snow for my shelter? If I can dig into this small slope, maybe I can create a spot, sort of like a cave, to sit in. My tarp can act as a barrier to keep me off of the snow and dry. Yes, this spot blocks the wind, and since I'll be lower to the ground and tucked into a smaller space, I'll stay a lot warmer tonight.
Jenna's using what she has, and that's the key to surviving in the wild. But does her shelter meet all the requirements from Caroline's checklist? Think it through. What did she get right? And what might she have missed? Keep watching, and we'll see how Justin measures up after this quick break. Hey Survival Squad, it's Caroline here. Whether you're going on a weekend campout or climbing Mount Everest, choosing the right shelter is key to staying safe, dry, and comfortable. When you're picking a tent, there are 5 big things to think about. Let's break it down. If it's just you, a 1 or 2 person tent will save weight and space. But if you're camping with friends or family, make sure your tent fits your group. Plus, maybe a little extra room for gear. Most tents are 3-season, perfect for spring, summer, and fall. They're lightweight and breathable. But if you're camping in snow or freezing temperatures, you'll need a 4-season tent that can handle more extreme weather. Your tent should be easy to secure in place. Look for tents that can be staked down on rocky or soft ground, or even set up freestanding if you're camping on snow or sand. If you're backpacking, every ounce matters. Go for a lightweight tent that packs down small. But if you're car camping and don't have to carry your gear far, go ahead and bring the big one. Look for waterproof materials, taped seams, and a solid rain fly. Make sure your tent has good ventilation too. Always practice setting up your tent before your adventure. Knowing how everything fits together will save you time and a lot of stress. The perfect shelter isn't just about staying dry, it's about matching your gear to the trip. Right tent, right conditions, happy camper. In case you were wondering, Jenna's shelter does meet the checklist requirements. At first, the ground wasn't flat or dry, but by digging her shelter and placing her tarp on the ground, she made it that way. It provides safety from wind, isn't next to water, and is in a secluded area. Great work, Jenna! 2 contestants are hard at work building their shelters and staying safe for the night. But what about our final survivalist? Let's check in with Justin and see where he plans to set up camp.
Okay, I've been following the trail. Hikers use this, right? I'm sure other people camp out here too, so I could just find a spot and lay down.
Justin, before you curl up on a random patch of dirt, we've got something for you. Caroline's campsite checklist. Use it. Trust us.
Wow, thanks! Now I have a guide to help me find the perfect place to camp. But it does say not to camp on a trail, so I guess this spot isn't the best after all. Ooh, there's a little cave! That's perfect! The ground looks flat, it looks very dry, and I'd definitely be shielded from any wind or rain. But wait, don't caves usually mean animals? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that bats and bears love dark, cozy spots like this. What do you think? Would this pass the campsite checklist? I'm thinking maybe I should keep looking. Pause and think about this, then come back when you're ready. The checklist does say away from trails and animal paths, so I think a cave would be a little too risky. I'll keep looking for a different secluded spot. Ah, this is it. Flat ground, natural protection from wind. The trees are alive. No animal roommates. I'm calling this Camp Justin. I brought a camping hammock and strung it between 2 trees, and I have a tarp hanging overhead in case it rains. Staying off the ground is my top priority. There are way too many creepy crawlies down there.
The sun has set, and our contestants are settling in for the night. Some shelters are sturdier than others, but each survivor made choices that could mean the difference between a cold, restless night and a well-earned rest. They all approached shelter building in their own way. Which choices would you copy? Which ones would you avoid next time you head out? Tomorrow brings a whole new question for our contestants. What will they eat? And where will they find water? In the wild, survival is just the beginning. See you next time on Survivor's Quest.